Hey everyone! Guess what? It's time for another Lantern Rite because it's the Lunar New Year and it's time to celebrate with a lot of our friends from Leo again, which is great. Did you all see that really cool short film they posted on the Genshin Impact official channel? I thought that was really wonderful to see. It was like a live action film about, that guy getting to go home and they're making the fish lanterns there and celebrating together. I just think it's wonderful to get to have like those sort of cultural showcases. And I think it's really cool that Genshin Impact gets to be this medium in which a lot of culture and tradition is shared between all sorts of people from all over the world. And definitely Lantern Rite is one of those recurring things that is just an amazing festival to get to go to. So let's take a look at what's going on here. But yeah, it was an awesome little film. Well, I'm gonna link it in this thing. Now let's see what happens here in the Lantern Rite in Genshin Impact.
We go say hi to Xiangling first.
Okay, sure. Sounds good for me. Oh, hello.
Huh? Xiangling, what a pleasant surprise meeting you here.
I know, he's like always hang out here.
Why, the pleasure is all mine.
Except most of the time. But every event he's always chilling here.
Together in this place. How have you fared as of late?
Everything's been going great.
I sense you are older and wiser than the last time we met.
That is true.
We've
had many
to yield valuable insights.
More adventures since we last met you. But thank you very much, Zhongli.
You are too kind.
So, Xiangling, are you here to listen to stories over tea again?
Yeah.
I had originally planned to set out after this last round of tea.
Ooh, he has yummy food on the table, though.
However...
I had planned to take a walk to Chimes village and gather some nascent bamboo shoots, which are currently in season.
Mm-hmm.
A villager
That's
there
right.
once
His
gave me a small
signature
sample,
dish
and they
is the bamboo
possessed a
shoot
most
soup.
excellent flavor.
Yeah, sounds yummy.
Nascent bamboo shoots? Why can't you just use normal bamboo shoots instead?
Well, I mean, bamboo shoots are like bamboo that are still growing. So
Xiangling
they're all
prefers the
nascent in that
finer
regard.
ones
They're
in
not a
life,
full
right?
bamboo. They're just shoots.
Okay, Mr. Particular, let me guess.
But that's probably something
The
more
nascent
specific in
bamboo
this case.
shoot has a uniquely tender texture and a delicate sweet taste that its normal cousin cannot match.
Paimon gets it.
An astute observation, Paimon. You know me well indeed.
Yes, it
Lantern
seems
Rite
Paimon is getting to know a lot of these characters way better. Finally starting to be able to predict them.
I have not yet procured from Director Who's list. May I ask if you have already made arrangements for the days ahead?
Nope, not at all.
Well, we were planning to use the opportunity to say hi to some of our friends, but before we were able to figure out a schedule, we ran into you.
Well then, might I invite you to imagine the sheer delight that is a soup cooked with the freshest nascent bamboo shoots in all the land.
Yummy.
Generous cuts of pork belly and crisp, fragrant bamboo shoots placed together in the pot and left to simmer slowly for half a day.
Wow, that sounds really yummy. I'm already drooling.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Paimon's on your plan.
That's right. Zhongli also knows Paimon well. Oh, look at those Primogem eyes. Crossing arms.
I assure you.
You would do no
I would
such
do
thing.
no such
Now
thing.
you know what you're doing.
I
You know
merely wish
Paimon
to
loves
inform
food,
you
and
of
Paimon
the
will do
freshest,
anything
most
for good
succulent
food.
and flavorful bamboo shoots one could ever hope to taste.
Also, he just has good taste. That's all.
Traveler. Paimon's taste buds can't take it anymore.
Sounds good. Ready to go when you
Collecting a few bamboo shoots shouldn't take too long. Paimon has got to get her hands on some of that soup.
are.
Such fine specimens are indeed well worth the excursion. Very well. I shall leave the bamboo shoots to you. Should you have the good fortune to find some, please share them with me as well.
See? Paimon knew he was just bamboozling us.
However, there is no need to rush. The streets of Liyue will be bustling with visitors and filled with all manner of celebrations during the festive period. By all means, go wherever your interests lead you. The nascent bamboo shoots would be but a wonderful final touch to a most exceptional feast. What an honor it would be to savor them in the company of friends.
Yes, I understand. Alright, let's get going then.
Enjoy your walk, Youngly!
Take care now, you two.
We will. 1,000 miles for an enigmatic 1,000 miles for an enigmatic tune. Alright, let's go get those bamboo shoots then. Well, here we are. Our usual place to get those bamboo shoots. I have Nahida now.
Bamboo shoot, bamboo
Why does this board get me here every time?
Bamboo shoot. Oh! This one's only just sprouted! And it looks super fresh. Paimon thinks this is the one.
These do appear to be the one. Oh, there's a regular one there. I gotta find one more special one. Got it.
Should be enough. Let's head back.
Let's head back.
Help! Help!
Help! Oh no.
Did you hear that? Someone's calling for help. It's coming from over there.
Hello. A short and slender figure rescues the drowning man.
Are you okay? Did any water go down the wrong pipe?
Hello, Yaoyao. I haven't gotten Yaoyao yet. I hope I can get her as my free 4-star character
I
for
think
this
I'm okay
event.
now. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Wow.
That
What
was
extravagant
scary.
clothing you have.
Well, at least you're all right. All thanks to your savior here. Oh, a little girl?
Hello.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Yaoyao. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance too.
She's so well-mannered. My name's Paimon, and this is the traveler.
Yeah, greetings.
I'm Dvorak, a musician from Fontaine.
Mm-hmm.
I came through Stone Gate, intending to head towards Liyue Harbor, but then I became captivated by the beautiful scenery. And before long, I was completely lost. Just now, I was so mesmerized
nice
by
guitar,
the waterfall
too.
that I slipped and fell into the water. If it weren't for Miss Yaoyao's help, I shudder to think what might have happened.
It's all right, Mr. Dvorak. The splashing around the bottom of the waterfall means the stone path is always wet and slippy.
That's
You
true.
definitely have to be
They should put a
careful.
railing on this bridge,
Next time
though.
you're
See, there is a
exploring
railing
an
here, but it doesn't
unfamiliar
extend
environment,
across the bridge.
Try to focus on what's right in front of you. Don't let your mind wander. As long as you watch your step, accidents like this won't happen anymore.
Hopefully not. Hopefully.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. I'll remember to be more careful next time.
Sounds good. Oh, are you hungry?
Oh, are you hungry, sir?
Yeah, are you hungry, sir? Let's go get some of that yummy
Oh,
food that
I'll be fine.
we've been talking about, because we've been talking about delicious
Sir,
food this
it's
whole
quite
time.
all right. I was born and raised here in Liyue. It's only natural for me to extend my hospitality to any guests who are passing through. I expect you still have quite a long journey ahead of you. It's very important to keep your energy levels up.
Yeah.
I still have some lotus flower crisps left in my backpack. Why don't we split them between the four
Aw,
of us?
thank you. That's so kind of you.
What a thoughtful kid! She even has some for
Yeah, that's right. Food for
Paimon.
Paimon means you're on Paimon's good list.
You're welcome.
She's on the nice list. Because she gave Paimon food.
So tasty.
Yeah. I love when Paimon jumps in the air like that.
More.
Or you already had the Sumpter Beast share.
Having a healthy appetite is a good thing. It means Paimon's still growing. If
I
I'd
wish
known I
Paimon was
gonna
still
run
growing.
into you, I
We could
would've
have
made
a
a
buff
second batch.
Paimon
Hope
that
you're
helps
taking
us
notes,
in
traveler.
battle.
This is how you treat your Paimon. What do you think, sir? Are Liyue's snacks to your taste? I wonder if they're not sweet enough.
No, they're perfect.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
When I was traveling through Mondstadt, I had a chance to try one of their moon pies. It had a meat filling, unlike these crisps. But apart from that, it seems like they follow a similar cooking process. Both are delicious in their own way. As for Fontaine's cooking, though, it's been a long time since I've had a taste of home.
Sounds like you spend
Unfortunately,
a lot
we
of time
haven't
on
been
the
to
road,
Fontaine
huh?
yet, so we can't make you some Fontaine food like we
I do.
have been able to
It's
do for
part of
other
my
regions
job.
so far.
I'm one of the main organizers of the Iridescence
The
Tour.
Iridescence Tour?
Iridescence Tour?
That sounds very familiar. Xinyan has been talking about the Iridescence Tour for over a year now. First time the Iridescence Tour was mentioned is when she went to Inazuma, and then they cancelled it, and so then she ended up getting stuck on an adventure with us and Child. And then she mentioned it again during the summer event. So it just seems like the Iridescence Tour never happens. Let's change that, shall we?
The Iridescence Tour is one of the biggest music festivals in Fontaine. We're looking to expand, though.
Yeah?
Our aim is to hold a festival in every nation.
How well has that been going on for you then? Considering you
At least
cancelled on
all
her
the
at
main
least
organizers
twice.
share this goal. Unfortunately, it's a long story, so I'll spare you the details. But anyway, so the main reason I'm traveling all around Tavad is to promote our music festivals. But I have some personal reasons, too.
Okay.
Well, what are they? Just tell us already.
Yeah, let's see if we can help out.
Let me see. Well, to explain it in full, I'd have to start with a story from my ancestors. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Oh,
I love listening to stories. Uh-huh.
We
Yeah,
wanna hear it
I like
too.
learning about everything. And we listen to everybody's stories from all
Okay.
over, so I totally
Then
don't
I'll
mind.
start from the beginning.
Alright.
The story goes that my ancestor, who was also a traveler, once slipped and fell into a lake during his travels. As he was sinking and gasping for breath, he heard a wondrous tune in the air. They say it was the most beautiful, moving melody he had ever heard. Even in that life and death moment, the ethereal music seized his full attention and almost made him forget the fact that he was drowning.
Must have been a very
When he
magical
finally came
moment.
to, he found that he had
Well,
already been
it would
brought
be bad if
ashore.
he actually drowned
Not too far
because
from
of
him
that.
stood an unfamiliar woman with an almost divine aura. Once she saw that he was no longer in danger, she left without a word. My ancestor tried to run after her to give his thanks, but although a mere dozen paces separated them, no matter how quickly he gave chase, he drew no closer and remained a dozen paces behind. In the end, all he could do was to bow in thanks to the woman as he watched her walk away towards the rivers and mountains in the distance, before at last he turned around and made his way home. Once he returned to Fontaine, he began to learn an instrument so that he could spread his story far and wide, just like the bards.
Wow.
After
I wonder who
generations
that
of
woman would have
retelling,
been, though.
embellishing, and dramatizing, people have come to think of that lady as something like a fairy.
Yeah.
The story's become something of a local legend in Fontaine. It's called the Lady Overlooking the Lake. People now say that if you go down to the lakeside and play an instrument, so long as you play a pleasing melody, you will hear a fairy lady who is hiding out of sight, playing along with you.
Wow.
Wow.
That sounds beautiful. It's a nice legend. And its heart is a true story.
Exactly. It may just be a
And
legend to
I
others,
totally
but for
believe
me,
that. You
it's
know
a
what?
real
We've
part
met a
my
lot of
family
gods
history.
and divine creatures along our journey. It's quite possible that he really
I
was
wanted to
saved by
find out
somebody.
the truth of
And
this tale. So
what a
I
beautiful
decided
story
to
that
retrace
is.
my ancestors' steps and search for that lady's modern-day descendants.
Hmm.
Of course, there's no way of knowing where my ancestor fell into the lake all those years ago. So I always knew that the search would be akin to looking for a needle in a haystack. I've spent many years on the road now, and I'm nowhere near as fit as I was in my youth. The wish that I've spent half my life chasing after has now become something of an obsession.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't lived
That's
half of
okay.
my life
It's
yet,
good to have a
but
goal in
still,
life.
I understand how you must feel. Paimon too! It's like,
He's like, you don't know what you're chasing after, right?
imagine if you saved the center of a lotus flower crisp, which is the best part, by the way, because you wanted to eat it another day, but then suddenly, sploosh!
Paimon's still thinking about food, but yes, good analogy. Good
Paimon
analogy.
would definitely remember that for the rest of her life.
There's no need to feel sorry for me. I've made some progress over the years. For example, I've concluded that the story must have taken place in Liyue.
I wonder if it happened at the
Yes,
Oceanid
in
place
fact, that's an
then.
intriguing story in and of
Because
itself.
those are spirits from water spirits from
I'd
Fontaine.
always known
But they're
that
here.
Mondstadt is the city of
It's
song
kinda like a
and
lake.
freedom. But more recently, I heard that the Animal Archon returned to Mondstadt for a festival in the fall, and learned that he himself is a patron deity of music. So I
Yeah?
prayed for the Animal Archon's guidance.
How
in the
do they
Lost
how do they have
Cathedral.
proof that the
And
Animal
as soon as I
Archon?
set
I
foot
know what
back
you
outside
mean.
the
It was
front
during
gate,
the
I
Vine Laser
noticed a
Fest, right?
cluster of leaves being
But
blown in
that
the
being said,
wind
if people
further and further
don't
west
know
towards Stone Gate.
what Venti looks like, how can
A
anyone
friendly
prove
local
he was
told me
even
that this
there?
meant the wind was guiding me in
Other
the
than
direction of
they
Liyue.
believe it. They
So
know
I
it's
followed
there.
their advice and made my way here.
They know that Venti would never abandon him. It's settled. It was in Liyue.
Right? You get it. I knew I'd find someone that agrees with me eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure? It sounds a bit too much like one of those fake legends told by those treasure hoarder guys to scam gullible grannies from Singsa village.
Yeah,
Rex
gullible
Lupus
grannies.
has
That's
returned
right.
to the world. Just give me some incense and a little more towards the travel fees, and I will pass your gift on to the Lord of Geo and ask him to keep you and your family safe and well.
That being said,
And
we,
so on
the two of
and
us,
so
we
on.
can verify that the
Don't worry,
Animal
Yaoyao.
Archon
We
was
have a lot
there
of
at the
experience
festival.
with deciphering omens and stuff.
And I wasn't really paying
Anyway,
attention to the rest, but
you
yeah.
only got scammed if you handed over more of, right?
True.
Actually, to express my gratitude, I did spend rather a lot of more on several bottles of fine wine, which I left at the statues of the seven along the way.
Well.
Dear.
Hmm.
Well, how about this, ladies and gentlemen?
But wait, if it was bottles of
Maybe
wine,
we
what if
all
it was
to Yukon
actually
Terrace to
Venti who
see
spread
Miss
that rumor?
Ganyu.
In which case,
I
and
don't
then he
know
went and
very
collected all the
many
wine
people,
and then
so
drank
I
all the
can't help
wine.
you out
In which case, you
much,
kind of did
but
give
Miss Ganyu and
offerings to the
Natising
Animal
know
Archon.
just about everything. If you've been scammed, they'll help you get your Mora back. And if the wind was telling the truth, and you want to keep looking for that lady's family, they'll be the best people to ask.
Sounds like a good idea.
But you've already helped
Win-win.
me so much.
Oh, don't worry about it. We're used to
I was
this.
gonna take some new medicinal herbs and plants I picked to Miss Ganyu anyway, so it's no trouble at all. You know what? It's been a minute since we saw Ganyu too. It should be nice to pay her a visit before Lantern Rite.
Yeah, before she gets super busy with her work. Let's get moving.
All right. Well, my sincere thanks to you all. I will never forget your kindness.
Yay!
Okay, everyone. Please follow me. I'll be your guide.
Yay!
Remember to watch where you're going, okay?
Will do.
Uh-oh. Paimon's out of a job. Oh well, Paimon will just be a cheerleader instead.
No, you get a day off today, Paimon, is what you get. And a much needed one at that. Settling debts right now? Nah. I'm surprised we haven't seen Yaoyao that much yet in the story. Like we've seen other characters like that eventually became playable, but not quite yet. Like Baiju still isn't in the game, but we've seen him a lot. So I'm surprised. Like it makes sense that they waited to release Yaoyao because A, she's a Dendro character, and B, the Year of the Rabbit. But I'm surprised we didn't see her before this either. But I'm just glad that we get to see her now. Because she's been mentioned in the game for a really long time. So I'm glad we get to finally meet her. And hopefully get her. When do I get to get a free character? I want to play as her.
Liyue Harbor looks very different from when I came last.
Yeah, it's festival time.
It's almost as if I'm listening to the same melody, but with a richer timbre and new variations added.
I like that.
We're here during Lantern
I like that
Rite,
analogy.
after all.
It's like
It only
different
comes
different
once a year,
instruments
so they always have a
for the
big
same beautiful
celebration.
song.
It's fair to say that this time of year is when Liyue Harbor looks the prettiest.
Yeah.
Great. Let's go and check it out.
Let's go
I can't
celebrate
wait
the
to get
festival
into the city
together.
and see it all up close for myself.
Here we are.
The streets are breathtaking. Smiles
Yeah.
and laughter everywhere I look. It's contagious.
Oh, he
I can
follows
almost
me.
feel the music in the air. I have the urge to start waving my conductor's baton.
Wow.
I'm glad that you're enjoying
It's
the
so
city.
beautiful. Look at this. It's all the lanterns and the paper figures. Everything. Xinyan!
Hi, everyone. Fancy meeting you all here. What a nice surprise.
Hello.
Hello, Xinyan. Let me introduce some new friends. They are...
We've met before.
Traveler Paimon and Mr. Dvorak, right? I've known them all for quite a while.
Mr. Dvorak is the one organizing the Iridescence Tour, so I guess that's why Xinyan knows him. Although, still want to know if we'll finally get the Iridescence Tour to actually work this time after he was getting cancelled.
When I was last here to advertise a Liyue stop for the Iridescence Tour, Xinyan was one of the few people willing to give me the time of day.
That's right.
Feels
We're
like
the
I've been
only
chasing this
rock and roll
Iridescence Tour
musicians in
bandwagon
Liyue
halfway
Harbor.
around the world, but I keep getting stood up. What's going on, Mr.
Yeah,
Dvorak?
she's traveled everywhere. She's been to Inazuma and
I'm so sorry,
Mondstadt
Xinyan.
just to try
Had a
and
string of terrible luck
and get
recently, and every
this
time
done.
we've tried to put on a
get
show,
to celebrate
something or other
the
has come
music
up to stop
festival
our
that
plans from
never seems to
materializing.
happen.
Is that right? I guess it can't be helped. So, what brings you to Liyue Harbor at this time of year anyway? Thinking of putting on a music festival during the Lantern Rite celebrations?
A Lantern Rite music festival? Yes, please!
Yes, please. That would be
I'm actually
well.
here on personal business this time.
Okay, but I would love to see that though.
Oh, so no Lantern Rite music festival?
I mean, that's not just up to me. Hosting a music festival takes a lot of funding and personnel. Moreover, I've never worked with the Liyue authorities before. Even if I were to start putting something together right now, I think it'd be too rushed.
Well, we'll see about that.
But we're going to meet the Liyue Qixing, aren't we? And they're the ones in charge.
Yeah, and they love this kind of stuff.
That's right. Miss Kuching and Miss Ningguang can make anything
I mean,
happen.
to be fair, we probably shouldn't
I
add
mean, what?
extra
This is the
things on their
perfect
busy
opportunity.
to-do
So sure,
list,
it might
but
not work
I'm
out,
sure they'd be
but it
happy
can't
to put
hurt
this
bring it up
together.
as a suggestion.
Because every year, Kuching and Ningguang are always looking for ways to change the Lantern Rite Festival up a little bit, you know? Add this, add that. Like last time, Kuching put all that effort into the fireworks, remember? So I'm sure they would love to have something like a music festival for a change to just, you know, liven things up even more while still keeping the same, like, traditional atmosphere. It would be a huge hit, I think.
That's the spirit! See? Even the Traveler agrees with me. Mr. Dvorak, don't let yourself be put off by the fact that a few things haven't worked out recently. As for the performers, I can put you in touch with some local artists.
Whoa, that's great.
My friend Yunjin is a well-known opera singer in Liyue.
Yeah,
With
that's
her support
right.
And a commissioned song from the Yunhan Opera Troupe, we should be able to get something going.
But what
That's
about
right,
you,
lots of-
Xinyan? Are you
Lots
just going
of
to sit this one
musical
out?
connections here.
What do you take me
No,
for?
of course she's not gonna sit
If
out.
we actually managed to make the Iridescence Tour Lantern Rite Grand Concert a reality, you think I'd let anyone else perform the opening act?
No way. She's been
There's that
she's
rock
been
and
waiting
roll
for this
spirit.
tour to finally happen for
What
over
do
a
you say,
year.
Mr. Dvorak?
Alright, let's see if we can get this done at first.
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
But the opening act is not something to be chosen lightly, Xinyan. I will judge your work by the strictest of standards, so please make sure you are fully prepared.
Do not worry, she won't disappoint.
Are you kidding? I thought you'd never
Let's do some auditions.
Whew, guess my shopping time's getting cut short. I'm gonna head back right away and start working on this. Yaoyao, if you run into your senior on the way to the Qixing, please send her my regards.
Okay, I promise I will. Good luck with your music, Xinyan.
Yeah, good luck.
You've got this, Xinyan. So about the senior of yours Xinyan mentioned just now, is that anyone we know?
Yeah.
Yes, it's Xiangling. She's mentioned you two before.
Whoa.
Xiangling's always thinking about
Where am I
cooking.
going? Oh,
Whenever
up the
she
stairs.
gets scrapes or
I guess I never really
burns,
walked down
she
at this
just
part.
leaves them to
Well, not
heal
never,
by
but very
themselves.
rarely.
She
But this is actually where they set
definitely
up a lot of the
needs
lanterns.
someone
Oh,
around her
look
to
at the
look after her.
lanterns all in the sky. So
I know
beautiful.
you must have looked out for her a lot too in the time you've known her. So, thank you for that.
I'm gonna find the staircase. Because we're gonna walk this way. There's no time for it. Alright, let's see.
The wind rises.
Wind rises. I wonder if we'll see Wonder again in like an event or something. I can't wait for when they do a Sumeru event one of these days too. That'll be awesome. Head to Yijin Terrace. Yay! But I love the Lantern Rite a lot. I'm glad they bring this back every
it's
year.
Master. Is it okay if I go and say hi to her?
Because of course Lunar New Year is a super important. Oh, hello.
Oh, calm down now, dear. I'm not about to run off anywhere. I'm not a bundle of energy like you.
I haven't seen you in days, Master. I've missed you.
Oh, bless you, Yaoyao. You do say
You
the
do say this
sweetest
reason. I love
things.
when the small characters kind of like do the
look
thing where
who
they
it
like
is.
put their hands together
Visiting
and just
friends
like
during
so
the
happy.
Lantern Rite, are we?
Oh, greetings, Madam Ping.
You're half right, Madam Ping. We were also trying to help out Mr. Dvorak over here. We were on our way to take him to see the Qixing.
Hello, ma'am. I am a musician from Fontaine and an organizer of the Iridescence Tour. I don't suppose you've heard of it.
Master! The Iridescence Tour is a super famous music festival.
Oh, an old lady like me wouldn't know much about that sort of thing. A music festival, you say? It sounds terribly exciting.
Yeah. If we could add some musical elements to the Lantern Rite, or if we could organize a Lantern Rite music festival, that'd be great.
Right. Madam Ping, how would you feel about that? You're an elder of Liyue, and you know all about Liyue's cultural traditions. Hearing your thoughts would definitely help us figure out how best to approach it.
Yeah,
For example, do you think it might be a bit too
exactly.
modern, or
Like,
is there
it's
any
cool to
others?
put a new a new
Why
modern
not to
flair
go?
to the
Music
festival,
pays
but at the
homage to
same
history
time,
and
if you're able to
culture,
do it with
and
like
it can
keeping the
also
culture
be
and
a
tradition at the
bridge
same time,
between
that's the
different
best thing. A little bit of the
civilizations.
old, a little bit of the new, put it together. Exactly,
Times
a bridge
change, and
a
the
bridge
music
across
enjoyed by the
civilizations.
youngsters of today is no doubt very different from the tunes I was accustomed to in my youth. Nevertheless, all fine things in life can be appreciated.
Exactly, bringing everything
so,
together.
I look forward to it immensely.
Yay!
Hear, hear. I do believe that, my own dear grandmother aside, you are the wisest old lady I've ever met.
Goodness gracious, you're all being suspiciously sweet today. Yaoyao, whatever have you been feeding them?
Yummy lotus flower crisps.
Master, you're in such a great mood today. You're even cracking jokes with the rest of us.
Oh, well, I'm sure you must have plenty to be getting on with, yes?
Yeah.
Run along now. Don't let me hold
Well,
you
thank
up.
you, Granny.
Thanks, Madam Ping. We'll see you again soon.
Yeah, see you during the festival. During the Lantern Rite. Head to Eugene Terrace, look for
Quit
Ganyu.
following me.
We can do that.
Quit following me.
Quit following me. Not now, dude. We have to go to explore the festival together.
Squall and Fury.
Quit following me, he says. How do I get out? No. I always forget what the buttons are in the controller to make him do cool things.
And when you meet with the Ministry of Civil Affairs, please remind them that the festivities are not an excuse to procrastinate their work.
No slacking
I'll
off.
take my leave now.
Ganyu!
What brings you here, Yaoyao?
I've brought all the medicine you asked me to pick for you. Oh, and here's a pack of sweet flower seeds as well.
Yay.
Also,
I love little Yugui in
these
her
dried Chingshin
in her
leaves make a
basket.
great pot of tea that's very good for you. I know you've had a lot to deal with at work recently, but you shouldn't push yourself too hard.
Yeah,
If you're
make
not
sure you take some
careful,
breaks too.
You'll end up falling asleep in the grass again.
Don't forget to take breaks and
Well,
rest
this
and
is
drink
weird.
water.
It's like a responsible younger sister talking to their disorganized older sister.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
Ahem.
Well, Paimon whispers very loudly, as we've established over the past couple of days.
Thank you, but Paimon's criticism is quite valid. I do have a tendency to neglect matters outside of work, and that's something I should improve on. Oh, my
That's okay.
apologies. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Hello.
Paimon will do the honors.
Paimon tells Ganyu all about Mr. Dvorak, from how you met to his family history and the festival. Uh-huh.
What's wrong? Did Paimon go over everything a bit too fast?
Not for Ganyu. She can process information very quickly.
If there's anything you didn't quite catch, Paimon's more than happy to go over it again.
No. She's
It
probably
may
thinking about the logistics of
be a
it.
little difficult to make this happen.
Yeah.
Oh?
The thing is, like, they already want it to
Yeah.
happen,
The
but
Lantern
it's
Rite
like
is the most important
everyone
festival
else's
of the
plates
year.
are full right now.
Our
How can we
celebrations
squeeze
must
this
not
in?
only be visually spectacular, but also appeal to the taste of Liyue citizens from all walks of life.
Mhm.
The Iridescence Tour is relatively unknown in Liyue. It's difficult to predict how a brand new show will be received. It would be quite risky for us to bet everything on this one music festival.
All very valid points. I completely understand.
Therefore, we will not replace or cancel any of our pre-existing program.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't
However,
asking you to
I
like
will submit a
to
proposal
remove
requesting
anything
to put the
to
Iridescence
do the
Tour
festival.
special
Just can we do the
performance as
festival on the
final
side?
act of this year's festivities. Some live music will certainly add to the festive atmosphere on the night of the Lantern Rite. As for the venue, let's reserve a space at the docks.
Okay, sounds good. So we're not stealing anyone's thunder, but we will end the night on a high note.
Yes, my thoughts precisely.
Great, and more
Now I
win-win-win
just need to take
plans.
some time to give this proposal some polish.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I clearly lay out the pros and cons, and highlight the key points of the proposal, given that Ping and the Traveler have both given the idea their blessing, I'm confident that Qixing will be sure to give it serious consideration.
That's cool. Yeah, that's
Mr.
cool
Dvorak,
that
I will need to discuss with
our
you the number
word
of musicians who will be
has
coming
so
to
much
Liyue,
value
as well
here
as their catering and
because that
accommodation
means that
requirements.
they
Oh,
really
yes,
trust us,
certainly.
not just like
Let's step
not
to the side and
just as the
discuss further.
savior of the whole country, but also like as a person. They like as a traveler with a lot of experience, they trust us.
As soon as there's work to do, Ganyu's as diligent as ever. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, we gave her more work to do
Master
though.
once said that
We gotta help her
everyone
out in
has
return,
things that
otherwise
they
she'll
are
never
good
have a chance to
at
take a
and
break.
things that they are less good at. So, with that in mind, Ganyu shouldn't feel compelled to become perfect at absolutely everything. I'm good at taking care of people, so that can be left to me.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, Yaoyao, can you take care of Paimon too?
Oh, Paimon.
It's getting hungry.
Finally,
yet.
Paimon, we still need to get those bamboo shoots back to Zhongli.
I'm afraid my backpack's empty now, but if you let me know what you like, I can bring you some of your favorite dishes next time we meet.
Oh, thank you,
Apart from
thank you.
lotus
You're so
flower crisps,
sweet.
What else do you like?
Yaoyao takes care of everybody.
Anything sweet, and anything that's made from slimes.
Slimes, that's right. That might be a new one for Yaoyao to try out.
Here's what I've drafted so far. Anything else you want to add?
No, this is excellent. I'm racking my brains, but I don't think you've missed a single thing.
Yeah, Ganyu's very, very
we'll leave it as
detail-oriented.
I'll go make an official copy.
Doesn't miss anything with these logistics.
Perfect timing. We were just wrapping up our discussion here.
That was quick.
Not at all. Every second counts for a complex proposal such as this. I will inform the Qixing of this development immediately. Please give me a moment to pass on the message. Yaoyao, thank you for bringing my herbs. I will make sure to take them.
Yeah.
Remember to make tea from them first, Ganyu. You mustn't just chew them raw.
I will.
Hopefully.
Okay, I should be getting back. If Yaoyao stays out for too long, Mom and Dad will be worried sick.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, I'm sure that the music festival will go off without a hitch, so don't worry.
Oh, thank
And in
you.
case I don't see you before, I wish you all a very happy Lantern Rite.
Thank you, Yaoyao. Happy Lantern Rite to you, too.
We should go get dinner together sometime.
Yeah, all of us. Stay put and wait for 2 hours. How's it going?
That lady I just talked to, Ganyu? She really thinks of
Yeah,
everything.
she's the best.
It got me wondering. Could it be that all our failed attempts so far have been down to our failure to properly prepare for different contingencies?
I mean, maybe. It's hard to plan. Yeah, you gotta really know everything that... You gotta really account for a lot of like major factors that could affect the plan instead of just... If you make a plan based only on everything going right, probably not gonna work. It has to be some backup plans for some like the top few things that could go wrong. And people like Ganyu and Kokomi seem to be very, very good at coming up with those contingencies and coming up with plans of how to deal with it. Okie dokie, but let's see what happens in 2 hours. We're gonna go for dinner? You said we should have a meal together, right? After a short wait, Clutching and Ganyu arrive at the square. Yay, hello!
Greetings, Traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak. Call me Kuching. Ganyu has brought me up to speed on everything. I'll get straight to the point.
Okay, good plan or bad plan?
The Qixing have approved Ganyu's proposal.
Good plan! It worked!
Over the next few days, I will be working
That's
with
amazing.
Mr. Dvorak on behalf of the Qixing to facilitate the organization of this concert.
Yay! That's awesome!
Wow, Clutching strikes again!
Please. The Qixing have a duty to deal with matters such as these. We have merely
Yeah,
moved
I remember
things
last year we
forward to the
went
next
all
step.
across Liyue with
note,
Clutching.
I am an avid
and-
supporter of all things new
And we
and
set up
innovative.
all those fireworks, so
As
definitely
such, it is my privilege
very
to
good at
work with you
executing
on
plans.
this exciting project.
Thank you so much, Kuching. I'd become quite discouraged after our recent failures and was expecting the same outcome once again, so I didn't dare to get my hopes up.
But this time we have
Never
a
in my
whole
wildest
team
dreams could I have
to
imagined this
organize
going so smoothly.
and execute this
It's like a
plan.
dream come true.
Don't
Right.
jinx it,
Time
please.
for me to call in the performers.
Don't say
To
everything's
stage a
going great
concert at a
now.
high-profile
Ah,
event
I can
like
take
this
a
is
sigh of
rare
relief.
opportunity. We'll
Don't
make sure
do
it's
that
a
yet.
night to remember.
Yeah, not until it's done.
Our music band's finally getting fired
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. I know exactly what I'm doing from here. For a musician, music will always be the language they are most fluent in.
Yeah, what about your ancestor and that fairy lady?
Oh, that. That can wait for another
Don't
time.
worry, we'll probably end up dealing
Ganyu?
with that
What's wrong?
during...
They told me all about Mr. Dvorak's situation,
Huh?
but I
Okay,
was
let's
so
say we
engrossed
can...
in
We're
drafting
probably
the
gonna end
proposal
up
that I
finding
forgot
out
all
something about it during this event.
Oh, that's
Like, in the
quite
middle of this
alright.
event.
I don't even know what the person I'm trying to find looks like, so it was always going to be a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about me, Ganyu. Your time and energy are needed elsewhere. I'm sure you already have plenty to deal with between this concert and everything else going on during the Lantern Rite.
Thanks. It was just that I had a few initial thoughts when I heard your story. For instance, I wonder if this lady your ancestor met might have been an Adeptus.
Hmm.
What do you think?
Quite possible, for sure.
To tell you the truth, Mr. Dvorak, I am somewhat related to the Adepti myself. I am part human and part Qilin. The Qilin is an illuminated beast. I know how important your quest to get in touch with your roots must be to you, because I've been there myself before, trying to find out where I belonged.
I see.
Did you say the Adepti? And you're illuminated beast? Part Qilin? Are you telling me all the rumors of the Liyue Adepti are real?
Oh, that's
So
the part you're
it's not
confused
just
about?
artistic
Yes,
license?
we've
They're
we've
real.
met
Trying to
lots
track
of them.
down is tough, though. Like Julian Karst itself.
We're somewhat
There's nothing
special, I get it.
specifically stopping you
But
from
I don't
going
know,
there,
we keep
but
running
getting
into the
there
Adepti and their
is quite an
disciples
idea.
everywhere.
Yes. Anyway,
Yeah.
if you're looking to uncover a lost melody or
We could take you to
shine light
introduce
on a
you to some
forgotten
of them
aspect
if you
of Liyue's cultural
if you
history,
wanted to learn more
I'm
about
probably not the best
the
person
difference
to
between what
ask.
they're actually like and
But
the
if
art
it's a
and
person
the
you're
artistic
looking for,
license taken
then I
about.
just might be able to help.
Yay! Oh, Ganyu, thank you so much.
I see. I think I understand the situation now. In that case, Ganyu, shall we divide the work between us?
Yes, that was also my thought.
Great. So Mr. Dvorak and I will concentrate on things here in the city to make sure the concert goes according to plan. In the meantime, Ganyu will reach out to her network and try to find the
Aw,
person
everyone
he's
here
looking
is so
for.
nice.
How's
We're all
your
just
workload
going
at
to
the
help
moment?
him out
Will you
and
be able to make time?
make sure
I can
he
probably
finds what
get
he's
through
looking
everything
for.
in 2 days, as long as I don't sleep.
Don't
Wait,
sleep.
what do you mean as long as I don't sleep?
No, how about
Even for someone with
N-
illuminated
no.
beast blood in their veins, working
how about
for
give it
such an
3
extended
days so you get
period
at least
without
a day
break
of
will
sleep?
take its toll on your health.
Somehow that does not sound persuasive coming from Kuching.
Yeah, these two
Be it
These
but
two
3
are a little
moons from
bit
the start. He
workaholic.
who returns is not he that departs. Even I know the importance of maintaining a healthy work-life balance.
So at least better than
In that
Ganyu.
case, 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
All right, I can work with that.
If you have the time, would you join me for this search? You're well known to many of the Adepti and respected among the people. I'll feel
that
much
appears
more
to be
at
true,
ease
yes.
with your company.
Of course we will.
Okay, then let's meet back here in 3 days.
Sounds good.
Watch this space, Mr. Dvorak. We'll get to the bottom
Mm-hmm.
of this.
You're all so helpful and kind. I really.
Oh, it's nothing.
I just.
Just think. Imagine if we found the Adeptus lady, or one of her descendants, and got them to come to the performance. Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be
Such
amazing.
a happy reunion. And that's exactly what this festival's all about.
I'm sure the wind that guided you here feels the same way.
You're right. Okay, I'm gonna pull out.
I'm sure all
the
those bottles
stops
of
to
wine
make
are
this
being put
Lantern
to
Rite
good
a true
use.
extravaganza.
We should probably get going. Mr. Dvorak, could you come with me to confirm the site?
Ooh, we're coming too.
Yeah. And hopefully we meet up with Xinyan
I
again
was
too.
wondering, what are your thoughts?
So
on
that way we
music?
can see what
What does
kinds
it
of
mean to you?
performers she's been able to reach out to.
Music, sounds.
It's a way of it's an art form. And just like all art forms,
Truth be told,
it's a way to
the
convey
question of what music means to people
something
is
that
one
can't
I've been
be conveyed with
pondering
words.
for quite some time.
It's art.
Let's
It's how you
revisit this
convey your
question after the
feelings.
concert.
Yeah. Oh, Paimon, you can come with a better answer than that. We did Xinyan's Island during the Summer Fantasia event. We did the whole thing about the importance of music. Paimon.
Lady Yuhang?
Baiwen, what is it?
Per Lady Ningguang's orders, I've been gathering intelligence outside of the city with the goal of uncovering and dispatching any trouble ahead of the festival. I am told that a strange melody was heard somewhere along the coast. I was wary of investigating further on my own, so I was just on my way
That sounds
to
exactly
report
what
this
we're looking
incident to
for.
Lady Ningguang. But I'm worried that if we don't act right away, we may miss the window of opportunity to take appropriate action.
I understand. In that case,
Let us handle this one. It sounds kind of like what we're looking for with Mr. Dvorak here.
Yeah, Kuching, you're busy enough as it is. There's a ton of different things in the city that needs your attention. Leave it to us. Don't worry. Whatever it is, we'll definitely be able to handle it. Well, he will handle it.
With the traveler
That's
on
right.
the case, it's as good as dealt with. Thank you. This will be a great help. I will inform Lady Ningguang about the situation. Once it's resolved, please come and find me again at Eugene
That's so
Terrace
cool.
and let me know.
It's so cool how
do.
we get to help out everybody here and everyone recognizes us and trusts us
you
so
have
much.
my
'Cause
thanks too.
I guess it's like
Stay
that's a
safe and come
sign
back
of
as soon as you're finished.
that's a
Good luck.
sign that we have good luck. It sounds like we found what you're looking for, but it's like in order to like have earn the trust of not just like a few individual people, but pretty much everyone in Liyue Harbor. It really says a lot about the traveler's character. You know, not just like having saved the city, but like basically all those commissions and world quests and all the people we've met. You know, they trust us with like these huge matters, and I will not let that trust go to
following
waste. Here is the place.
Byron said the strange tune was coming from around here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Paimon doesn't hear anything. There doesn't seem to be a soul in...
I was just wondering who in their right mind would come out to a place like this.
We didn't come to a
So,
place like this. This place is
it's
literally
you
like
two.
right outside the entrance to the city. Anyone could stumble here, but true. Who else came here with a purpose?
You look
Either
pretty
you
alive
or
to me.
us.
Can't have spooked you that bad.
True.
You... Fair enough.
You know anything about the strange music?
Ah, you're here for that too? Saves me a bit of explaining.
Good. So tell us, tell
Come
us
with me.
how much
I've
progress have
already
you
reconned
made
the
then?
perimeter, so we should be safe.
All right. Good. Investigate clues. What kind of clues? Oh, I see some arrows. What is this?
The stuff by the door is in pretty good condition, though.
Music here is pretty.
It can't have been too long ago that someone was
It's
last
like this
living here.
nostalgia of going back to like Mondstadt and Liyue after exploring Inazuma and Sumeru a lot. Because these are like Onset and Leo is like the two original nations they released in this game, right? So it's
Doors
just like
and windows are
all the
fine,
memories from like the
so
early
there
days.
definitely wasn't a break-in.
At the same time, though, it's just so cool to get to explore new places all the time, too. They're always updating this game. We're going on new adventures and learning about new things as well. Like, giving you that feeling of you want to go on an adventure, you want to go and see the whole world. But at the same time, after a long journey, you want to come back to these places that are almost like home. And where all the people will welcome you back. Alright, what else am I looking for here?
Behold!
Behold. Slime? There's slime. There's pine cones. Is the pine cones? Pine cones. That's not the pine cones. That's not what I'm looking for. Pew! never changes. Dendro slimes, right?
Swan Fury!
The methods of dealing with the Dendro slimes may change over time, but the Dendro slimes themselves never change. Though, you know what? I'm surprised the Dendro slimes, they don't, like, affect you with Dendro, though. Like do Dendro damage, I mean. And same with the Dendro Helitrails. Like, they could have, like... I wonder if they could have updated them after they added Dendro elements to have, like, Dendro elemental reactions. Oh, here we are.
This place is completely empty. There's nothing valuable left here at all.
Okay. Up to Yilon. We didn't find anything. We didn't hear any music, but what's going on here?
It looks like it's been looted, except for the fact that there's no sign of a struggle.
Or maybe somebody moved out. Who knows?
Bad guys could have sneaked in while the owner was gone, but then how do you explain why the door and windows are intact?
Seems you've done a pretty thorough inspection. So, any theories on what might have happened
Well,
here?
maybe the owner packed up and left.
You didn't hide some of the evidence from us on purpose, did you?
Well, maybe she did.
Why would I make this more difficult for you? We're on the same side here.
Because it's more entertaining if you did.
Paimon gives up then. Paimon's got nothing.
What about you? Give up as well?
Well, it's difficult to theorize with so little evidence. I mean, I'm sure it does have something to do with the melody, but there's no clear connection yet.
Yep. It's not obvious at first sight, that's for sure. To be honest, I was only able to put it all together because of some background knowledge about this area.
Okay.
A long time ago, there used to be a group of bandits in the Liyue countryside who would sound a horn every time they were about to raid a village.
Spooky music.
But it wasn't
The
a
kind of
rallying
spooky
cry to
music.
rouse their fellow men. It was a disconcerting tune, meant to intimidate the weak and warn them of their impending doom. To escape with their lives, the villagers would abandon their homes and flee overnight, taking only their most valuable belongings with them. Everything else was left behind. The bandits were eventually brought to justice, but the fear and trauma remained in the villagers' hearts.
Okay.
Whenever they heard that melody, they would feel like their lives were in danger once again, and flee immediately.
So whoever
The
lived here
culprit of
probably
this
took their
crime exploited
belongings.
that very fear to get access to this house without having to force their
Took
way
their
in.
belongings away, like with them as they made an escape.
The victims obviously will have gotten quite a fright, but at least they won't be in any great danger. The important thing now is to find this copycat criminal.
If we use elemental sight, we could follow their tracks.
On any other day, that'd probably be a good idea. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work today.
Oh, okay. Why not?
Take a look around and you'll see what I mean. This criminal is clearly well-versed both in using music to commit crimes and in making a clean getaway.
Not
only did they
even staying off the
road to
trail of the
avoid leaving
few people who
footprints,
can use
it
elemental
looks like
sight
they
in
were
the
also
world.
careful not to bring any gadgets with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Evidently, they were intent on keeping even the most experienced investigators off their trail.
Okay.
Unfortunately for them, I'm one of the best trackers in the business. They're not about to get away with their little scheme on my watch.
So basically, if we want to find the culprit, we just need to follow you.
And that's pretty much all we can do at this point because apparently our elemental sight and none of our tracking methods are going to work. Once again, at least Yelan trusts us enough to take us around everywhere.
As long
Each
as you
time
can
she's
keep
doing
up.
like one of these
Since
investigations.
the culprit's trying to be cautious and low risk, I'll bet they left through an area with some vegetation for cover, but not so much that it would slow them down.
Okay. Very specific. It's good. That gives us some stuff to work with.
Quit following me.
Like this? Like there's a hole in the ground here? That's too little vegetation, I think.
Here, look at this.
Okay, just a little bit.
These tracks are superficial, but they definitely didn't occur naturally. Something heavy was being dragged this way, meaning we're headed
something
in
heavy.
the right direction.
So then it's probably really hard to cover the tracks then. But still, they managed to do it most of the time. Very, very experienced indeed.
Huh. Their pace is increased. Normally, people carrying a heavy load slow down as their journey goes on and they start to tire. Whatever's motivating them to speed up must be psychological. For instance, reaching the home stretch.
Getting slightly sloppy. And that's all Yelan needs to get them. Let your guard down. I see a thing. Let your guard down for just a moment, and that is all it will take to lose it all. I was gonna break the rocks down. Oh.
A treasure hoarder tent!
The treasure hoarders? What about that rock thing? Is that rock thing just there?
Close to Lantern Rite, too! 'Tis not the season for their antics!
Yeah, they would cause
Come on,
trouble
let's round 'em up.
last Lantern Rite too. So what is this? This was not what we're looking for? Is this just like a rock thing I've never cleared? It's a rock thing I've never cleared.
This world holds many a rare
Many
treasure.
a rare treasure. How what percent am I at now? Only 86. Okay, I'll be honest. Look at my map. Like, except for like Leah, pretty much everywhere else. Like here, there's just like that one cave full of treasure chests I can't open. Pretty much like everywhere else. Okay, it's a new area. Everywhere else, like 100% here, 100% here, 100% like Inazuma. Mostly, I think. Except for Watatsumi Island. 100% everywhere here. 100%. Whoops. 100% in Enkanomiya. 100% here. Literally just Leah is like the only area I seem to not, for whatever reason, I cannot figure out how to
Burst forth.
get more percent exploration here. I've tried to. I just don't seem to be able to do it very easily. Uh-huh. Oh, we're not fighting anybody. Okay, do
Hey.
tell.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
Where did we come from indeed? Alright.
The evidence is conclusive. Okay, confess and we'll go easy on you. My patience is running low, so why don't you do us both a favor,
You kidding me? You think I'm scared of you?
No, you don't want that written on your
Perhaps
gravestone.
not, but you should be.
Gotcha.
Misled musician?
Curses. Seems like you're not all talk after all. But there's no going
What?
back now. Better up.
Yeah, like I said, you don't want that written on your gravestone.
Oh,
You don't want that to be
it's a
your
little
last
late
words.
for that. I've come this far, I might as well finish the job.
I surrender! I surrender, please! I'll do whatever you say. Please have mercy.
Alright then, start talking.
Tell us everything. You have one chance, and I'm warning you. Don't make me ask twice.
Yeah,
I won't,
don't
I
make her
swear.
ask twice. Alright, successfully intimidated, now spill.
You know, so Lantern Rite's nearly here, and like a lot of people, I wanted to buy a few nice things. I know I'm with the treasure hoarders and everything, but I don't really have any kind of experience with robbing people and whatnot. So I don't have the guts to break into somebody's house.
And you're in the
You're really going to complain to us about
you're in the wrong occupation
No,
then.
not at all. I'm just telling it how it
There's
is.
plenty of other work
Okay.
you probably could do.
Continue.
I racked my brains trying to think of what I could do. And eventually, I remembered something from back when I was a kid. The bandits would blow their horn, and my grandma would grab us kids and run. I remember the tune, so I figured I'd try it for myself. I mean, just to see what would happen. At first, anyway, I seriously didn't expect that family to pack up and leave. But they did. And they just left all their stuff right there for the taking. It was too easy. I couldn't resist. It was completely wrong of me. I know that now. I'll return everything that I took. It's all still in perfect condition. It'll be like it was never
How did you
gone.
move that much stuff all the way over here?
Please, give me a chance, huh? Let me make it right.
Give you a chance, huh? Sounds to me like you'd rather strike some kind of a deal than spend Lantern Rite behind bars.
Ooh, probably.
Yes. Yes?
Alright. You have a deal for
You
him?
know how to bargain, I'll give you that. It's just a pity that you didn't confess at the first opportunity. You'll have to take a walk with me. Once we've returned the goods, we'll find the owner of the house, and you can apologize to them in person. After that, I'll escort you to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Yes, ma'am.
You know,
Sounds
as a former victim
like
of
you
this kind
are,
of crime yourself, I doubt anyone understands the fear you inflicted quite as well as you do. Does your greed matter more to you than your fear? More to the point, if you can play a tune from memory, don't you think you should be capable of making an honest living?
Yeah.
You mean...
Yeah, you don't have to be doing treasure hoarder work, dude.
That's enough hints for you. You'll have plenty of time to reflect on
Oh,
all
she's
of this
leading him.
yourself.
She's doing the thing where
There's not much
she's
left to
leading
wrap
him
up,
to
so
find
I'll
his
take it
true
from here.
potential.
Guess this is where I'll say goodbye.
Yeah, well done, Yelan.
What is it? Is there something else?
I'm still not sure how you first got your hands on this information, so play it safe when you get back. Don't mention to anyone that you ran into me
Well, we
out
also
here.
got it from the Ministry of Civil Affairs,
You helped a
so...
lot with the investigation and arrest anyway, so it's perfectly fair for you to get all the credit. Just take it. It works better for me, too. See you when I see you. And
Sure, okay.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Such a brilliant.
Another normal
We're
encounter
taking it
with
from here,
Yelan.
it's as good as resolved. Whoosh! Random event, a strange melody, complete.
Paimon. Can Paimon read text boxes? I swear, sometimes Paimon just like breaks the fourth wall. Completely not subtly at all. And I'm getting very concerned sometimes, like...
Although,
Paimon.
it's a shame that we never got that treasure.
Random
ready back to
event?
play the melody
Oh
again.
no. I'm quite curious myself.
Right? How could anyone not be?
Maybe it's things had misled
Chatting with
musician.
Mr. Dvorak, music
So
seems like such a positive
maybe
thing.
he has some
And
aptitude
most
for it.
music is, right? It can help us relax, feel all warm and fuzzy, recall happy memories, or even just think happy thoughts.
Or when
I
we're
would
sad.
never imagine that music could be used
Yeah.
to commit
At the same
crimes.
time, when we're sad and we listen to sad music, it also helps us feel almost like it gives you that feeling that you're not alone too, right? That feeling of like it's just a way of sharing emotions. Like it captures feelings in a certain point in time and situation. And sometimes you just want to be able to relate to those feelings. So music's great for that. It's true though, I didn't expect it could be used to commit a crime.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, at the end of the day, music is just a channel in
Paimon's
which
musical
the way we
understanding
feel
improves
can be
again.
expressed.
Anyway, now that everything's
So exactly as
resolved,
Aether
let's
says,
get back to
if
Leo
somebody uses
11.
it for ill,
I
or
would
has an
still
ill
waiting for
will,
us with our
then
random
the
event
music
rewards.
is used for ill. Random event award. I swear, Paimon. Oh, you're freaking me out sometimes, Paimon. Yesterday I was talking about, can Paimon read the text boxes? Like Paimon, could tell that the Torre was Fatui Harbinger number 2, even though that it only said that in his, like, card intro, right? And there's been other instances too, right? I swear, Paimon knows things she's not telling us sometimes.
Paimon, we're back!
This time she said it aloud. She let it slip.
That's great news.
Random event.
Oh, please wait here a moment if you would be so kind.
But
Lady
I wonder what
Ningguang
else she
instructed
knows.
me to advise her upon your return.
Even so, though, Paimon would never betray us. She will only use that information for good.
My greetings to both of you. Long time no see.
No need to be so formal with us, Ningguang. We've known each other for a long time now. You must be super busy with all the preparations for Lantern Rite. Don't mind us.
On the contrary, I think it is those that I have known longest to whom I should extend the greatest courtesies. Alas, on a different day, I would invite both of you inside for some tea and a brief respite from your travels. But you're quite right. Trivial matters aside, there's no escaping the fact that we have a grand concert to organize.
Yes, and I am
Once
super looking
the
forward
performance
to it.
itself is over, we'll then need to invite the representatives of the Iridescence Tour for a discussion on future collaboration opportunities. The financing arrangements alone could well entail many rounds of discussion.
Sounds like you have grand plans for this.
Simply put, there will always be work to do.
Always, always.
Whoa, you're already thinking that far ahead?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
once again,
we can
Ningguang
discuss
also
more
is good at
current
making those
affairs if
plans
you'd prefer.
far ahead.
I trust you
As a
saw this
businesswoman,
year's
she's
Nian
always
Chao
thinking about
lantern at
all
the
those
docks when you arrived at the
possibilities
city.
and opportunities.
Yeah, it looked like a goose. Which Adeptus is it modeled on this time?
Sea Gazer. I believe you're familiar with the name.
Yes,
Legend holds
from
that he was free-spirited and easygoing. People
with
described
the
him as a
Shenhe,
cheerful
our
soul and a
conquest.
loyal friend.
When they went into that place to get the big rock. Yeah, that one.
On this marvelous Lantern Rite, we pray that the fallen heroes may be guided home. If the sound of music can flow like the
Yes,
rivers and
that's right.
streams into every corner of the land, perhaps the souls of those who have gone before us will hear the song of a new era. I wonder whether the melodies will be to their liking.
I hope so.
They're
They're gonna love
I'm
it.
sure of it.
Shake things up a little bit.
If the guy you mentioned is anything to go by, the Adepti and heroes of the past sound like a positive and free-spirited, cheerful bunch. They're sure to be open to new music.
I agree.
Well,
I'm sure they'd be
let's
really
hope
excited to
so.
hear something from a different
I've heard that
era
you'll be going on a search
and
with
experience
Ganyu
that.
to find the descendants of a fairy lady from a Fontaine legend. I'm sure this
something like
quest to
that.
uncover the truth behind an ancient story will turn into a most charming tale. Do share it with me, won't you?
It probably will.
I couldn't bear to miss out.
Absolutely, of course. 1,000 miles for an enigmatic tune. Wow, music! It turns into the... Oh, that's so pretty! It turns into the mountains. Wow, radiant sparks. During the Lantern Rite 1010, a recruiter from the Adventurers Guild is eagerly rubbing her hands together in anticipation of an interesting event. Okay. A few words in the foreground. Legends at sea. Behind the scenes. Look at everybody just chilling as usual. It looks like we have ourselves quite a few events to get done. Yep. And what about the shop? I'm sorry, is there... Why is there just... What? Why? Well, why is this... What, did a bird just like stand on the fireworks thing as it went off or something? Why is there just dead fowl here? Aww.
Too slow.
Like sometimes there's just like random chicken like in the water, and that's probably because the bird spawned in there and immediately drowned, which is already pretty bad. But this was on land. How could that happen? How much festive fever do I need to get? Oh, okay. 800. Oh, and you get these fireworks things too. Very nice. Oh, this is how you choose the characters. Yeah, I want to get Yaoyao. Alright, let's see then. Let's go... maybe actually I should stream later today. If I stream later today, we can do some of these together. The events. Maybe I do a stream where I do all of these at once. Maybe I'll do that. Alright, then I will leave it at that for now. Thanks for watching the first part of the Lantern Rite. I'm super excited to see how the music festival goes. Apparently we're supposed to get to meet some of our friends from other nations here as well. I can't wait for that. For the festivities to begin and finding out more about this fairy lady as well. And also, whatever's going on with that treasure hoarder guy, I hope he finds his true calling, because it definitely does not sound like he is in the right line of work. You know, you probably should not be a thief if you have a moral conscience that outweighs your your willingness to do the job you've signed up for. Alright, look at how pretty the Lantern Rite is, though. Look how pretty it is this time of year. What is this? This is a world quest? Oh wait, no, that's probably just... Yeah, no, that's just the event I just said I was gonna do later. Alright. Cool. This is Sea Gazer. Hello, Sea Gazer! Another Adeptus we have not met yet. Or maybe will not meet. But at least we can celebrate. Whoa, do you see that? Wait, hang on. Probably should not. That was weird. I probably should not just have him fly right into the camera. Okay, anyway. Enough from me. Thanks for watching. Bye!